report says that we are now at stage 5, paragraph
Mm-hmm.
page 362.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our last head word was by accident, new word type of lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let's start with
Okay.
our revision. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we
Okay,
go.
I'm ready.
When do we use the expression would you say? When do we use the expression would you say? We use
We
the
use
expression
the
would you
expression
say
would you
when
say
we ask
to
somebody
when we ask
for
when we
his
ask
opinion,
somebody for
his
his
opinion
opinion
about something.
about something.
Very good. Would you say that a king's life was better than that of the average man? Would you say that a king's life was better than that of the average man? Yes or no?
No, I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't say
say
that
king's life
a king's
was
life
better. The king's life
was
was
better
better
than that of
than that
the
of the
average
average
man.
man.
Very good. Which tense do we use after the expression would you say? Which tense do we use after the expression would you say? We use the
We
past
use
tense
the past
after
tense
the
after
expression
the
would you
expression
say?
would you say.
What would you say was the best way to remember something? What would you say was the best way to remember something? I'd say that the best
I say
way
the best
to
way to
remember
remember
something
something is
was
to
to
repeat
repeat it
it often.
often. Very good. Okay, if the sky looks dark and cloudy, do you sometimes decide not to go out? If the sky looks dark and cloudy, do you sometimes decide not to go out? Yes. If
Yes,
the sky
if the
looks dark
sky
and
looks
cloudy,
dark and
I
cloudy,
sometimes
I
decide
sometimes
not to
decide
go
not to
out.
go out
Very good. When your
to
shoes look dirty, what do you do? When your shoes look dirty, what do you do? When my shoes
when
look
my shoes
dirty,
look dirty,
I
I clean
I
them.
clean them.
I clean them.
Very good. Do we pay the driver when we get in a taxi? Do we pay the driver when we get in a taxi? No. We
No,
don't pay
we
the
don't
driver
pay the
when
driver
we get
when we
in
get
a
in a
taxi.
taxi.
We pay when
We
we get
pay
out
when we get out
of a taxi.
of a taxi.
In your country, do you have to buy a ticket before getting on a bus? In your country, do you have to buy a ticket before getting on a bus? Yes or no?
No,
In my
in my
country, you
country,
don't have
you don't
to
have
buy a
to buy
ticket
a ticket
before getting on a
before
bus.
getting
You
on a
can
bus.
just pay when you get
You
on.
can just pay when we get on.
Very good. How much is the bus fare from your office to your home? How much is the bus fare from your office to your home? The bus fare
The
from
bus
my
fare from
office
my
to
office to
my
my
home
home
is
200 yen.
expensive. Okay. Has your
Oh,
country got a
right.
royal family? Has your country got a royal family? Yes or no?
Yes,
My
our
country's
country, my country
got a royal
has
family.
got a loyal family.
Very good. How do we get mud on our shoes? How do we get mud on our shoes? We get mud on
We
our
we
shoes.
get
We get
we
mud
get mud
on our
we
shoes
get mud our shoes
by
when
walking in
we
the
by
countryside
working in
in
the
the rain.
countryside in the lane.
Very good. Are famous actors often surrounded by crowds when they go out in public? Are famous actors often surrounded by crowds when they go out in public? Yes.
Yes,
Famous
famous
actors are
actors
often
are
surrounded
often
by crowds
surrounded by the
when they
crowd
go out
and they
in
go out
public.
in public.
Are the buses in your town usually crowded in the morning? Are the buses in your town usually crowded in the morning? Yes or no?
Yes,
The
buses
buses
in my town are
are
usually
usually
crowded
crowded.
in the morning.
Very good. Have you ever been the captain of a sports team? Have you ever been the captain of a sports team? Yes or no?
No, I've never been a
The
captain
captain
of the
of.
sport team.
Very good. Tell me the name of a famous sea captain. Tell me the name of a famous sea captain. The name of
The
a
name
famous
of a
sea
famous
captain
sea
is
captain is
Captain.
Captain Cook.
Very good. Which is the widest street in the place where you live and which is the narrowest? Which is the widest street in the place where you live and which is the narrowest?
The
What's it?
widest street in
In
the
the
place
place
where I live is ABC Street,
and
and the narrowest is
is
an BCD Street.
very good. Okay. What color is the flag of your country? What color is the flag of your country? The flag of my
The
country
flag of my
Is?
country is red and white.
Do you know the origin of your national flag? Do you know the origin of your national flag? Yes or no?
No, I don't know the origin of a national flag.
Very good. Name an animal that lives on grass. Name an animal that lives on grass, please. A horse
A
is an
horse
animal
is an
that lives
animal
on grass.
that live on grass.
What happens to grass if there's no rain? What happens to grass if there's no rain? If there's no
If
rain,
there is no
grass
rain,
becomes
the
yellow
grass becomes
and
yellow
then
and
it.
then it dies.
Very good. Okay. Where is the nearest tower to the place where you live? Where is the nearest tower to the place where you live? The nearest
The
tower
nearest
to the
tower
place
to the place where
where
I
I
live
live
is
is.
Tokyo Tower.
Very good. Are the streets dry when it rains? Are the streets dry when it rains? No. The
No,
streets
the
aren't dry
streets
when it
aren't dry
rains.
when it rains.
They're wet.
They're wet.
If you walk in the rain without an umbrella, what did happen? If you walk in the rain without an umbrella, what did happen? If I walked
If
in the
I
rain
walked in
without
the
an
rain without
umbrella,
an umbrella,
I'd get
I
wet.
got wet.
I'd get
I
wet.
get wet.
Very good. If you got wet, what did you have to do with your clothes? If you got wet, what did you have to do with your clothes? If I got
If
wet,
I
I'd
got
have
wet,
to
I
take
have
my clothes
to
off
take my clothes
and
off
hang
and
them up
hang them up
to
to
dry.
dry.
Very good. What's the past of throw? What's the past of throw? The past of
The pass
throw
of
is
throw
through.
is through.
What did happen if I threw a stone at the window? What did happen if I threw a stone at the window? If you threw a
If you
stone at
threw
the
a
window,
stone at
the
the
window'd
window,
break.
the window would break.
Very good. If your TV is turned up too loud, what do you do? If your TV is turned up too loud, what do you do? If my TV
If my
is turned up
TV
too loud,
is turned up too
I
loud,
turn it down.
I turn it down.
Very good. Okay. Next, what are the reflexive pronouns? What are the reflexive pronouns? The reflexive
The
pronouns
reflective
are
pronouns
myself,
are
yourself,
myself,
himself,
yourself,
herself,
himself,
itself,
herself,
oneself,
itself, oneself,
ourselves,
ourselves,
yourselves,
yourself,
and themselves.
themselves.
Very good. When do we use a reflexive pronoun? When do we use a reflexive pronoun? We use
We
a
use
reflexive
a
pronoun when the
reflective
subject
pronoun
and object
when the subject
are
and the
the same
objects
person
are the
or thing.
same person or thing.
Very good. Is it right to say I look at me in the mirror? Is it right to say I look at me in the mirror? No, it
No,
isn't
it
right to
isn't right
say
to
I
say
look
I
at
look
me
at
in the
me in the
mirror.
mirror.
Why not? Why not?
I must
Because
because the
the subject
subject
and
and
object
object
are the
are the
same.
same person.
Very good. What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must say
We
I
must
look
say
at myself
I look at
in
myself
the
in the
mirror.
mirror instead.
Very good. Do you think it would be easy for me to teach myself Chinese? Do you think it would be easy for me to teach myself Chinese? No, I don't
No,
think
I
it'd
don't
be
think
easy for you
it'd be easy for
to
you
teach
to teach
yourself
yourself
Chinese.
Chinese
Why not? Why not? Because Chinese
because
is a
Chinese is
difficult
the
language
difficult
to
language
learn.
to learn.
Very good. Did you wash yourself when you were a baby? Did you wash yourself when you were a baby? No, I
No, I
didn't
didn't
wash myself
wash
when
myself
I
when
was a
I was
baby.
a
My
baby. My
mother
mother washed
washed me.
my
Washed me.
my mother washed me.
Very good. What did you do if you saw a man trying to kill himself? What did you do if you saw a man trying to kill himself? If I saw
If
a
I
man
saw a man
trying to kill
trying
himself,
to kill
I
himself,
try to stop him
I tried to stop
or
him
call the
and called
police.
the policeman. Called the police.
Very good. The policeman or the police. Very good. Have you ever seen a bird washing itself? Have you ever seen a bird washing itself? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've
I've
seen
seen
a
a
bird
bird
washing.
washing itself.
Do you think one can teach oneself a language? Do you think one can teach oneself a language? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
one
one
can
can
teach
teach oneself
oneself a
a language.
language.
What do we carry to protect ourselves from the rain? What do we carry to protect ourselves from the rain? We carry an umbrella
We carry an umbrella
to protect
to
ourselves
protect ourselves from the
from.
rain.
Very good. Okay, what does the word thorough mean? What does the word thorough mean? The word thorough
So
means The word thorough means
The word thorough means complete.
complete. Very good. In which season of the year do people generally give their houses a thorough cleaning? In which season of the year do people generally give their houses a thorough cleaning? People generally
People
give their
generally give
houses
their
a thorough
houses a
cleaning
thorough
in spring.
cleaning in spring.
Where if you jump into the sea, would you get thoroughly wet? If you jump into the sea, would you get thoroughly wet? Yes. If I
Yes,
jump
if I
into the
jump
sea,
into the
I'd get
sea,
thoroughly
I
wet.
got I get thoroughly wet.
What kind of things make you thoroughly tired? What kind of things make you thoroughly tired? The kind of
The
things
kind
that
of
make
things
me
that
thoroughly
make me
tired
thoroughly
are
tired
hard
are
physical work,
hard physical work,
studying a lot without
studying
a
a
break,
lot without a
not
break,
enough sleep, etc.
not enough sleep, etc.
Very good. If you drove a car on the left hand side of the road in America instead of on the right, what did happen? If you drove a car on the left hand side of the road instead of on the right, what did happen? If I drove a
If I
car
drove a
on the left
car
hand
on
side
the
of the road
left hand side of the road in
instead
America instead of
of on the right,
instead on the right side,
I'd have an
I'd
accident.
have an accident.
Wait, have you ever seen an accident on the road? Have you ever seen an accident on the road? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've seen an accident
I've seen an accident
on the
on the
road.
road.
Wait, if you took something by accident that didn't belong to you, what did you do? If you took something by accident that didn't belong to you, what did you do? If I took
If
something
I took
by
something
accident
that by accident
that
that
didn't
didn't belong
belong
to
to me,
me,
I'd
I return
return.
it.
Very good. And that's the end of our revision. Let's have your work.
Mhm,
Very good.
mhm.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, repeat. Careful,
Careful,
careless,
careless,
carefully,
carefully,
carelessly.
carelessly.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word careful is an adjective. It is giving serious attention to what you are doing in order to avoid
Mhm,
harm, damage, or mistakes. For
mhm.
example, we must be careful when crossing the road. We must look both ways to avoid an accident. Careless is an adjective. It is the opposite of careful. Carefully is an adverb. It means in a careful way. For example, I write and speak carefully. Carelessly is an adverb. It is the opposite of carefully. For example, my sister dresses the most carelessly. Let's practice. Do people
Mm.
become careless when they're in great danger? Do people become careless when they're in great danger? No.
No,
People don't
people
become
don't
careless
become careless,
when they're in
huh?
great
When
danger.
they are in danger,
In great
when they
danger.
are in great
They
danger,
become very
they
careful.
become care, they become very careful.
Very good. Do you write carefully? Do you write carefully? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I.
write carefully.
What could happen if we were careless when crossing the road? What could happen if you were careless when crossing the road? If I were
If
careless
I were careless
when crossing the
in
road,
cross when crossing the
I could
road,
have
I'd
an
have
accident.
I could have an accident.
Of all the people you know, who dresses the most carelessly? Of all the people you know, who dresses the most carelessly? Of all the
Of
people I
all the
know,
people I know, my son
dresses
dress
the most carelessly.
dresses most carelessly.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Own.
Own.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word own is a verb. It means to have or possess something. For example, this pen is mine. I possess this pen. Or I own this pen.
Mm,
Another example is I own all the clothes I'm wearing. I like to
mhm,
own a house more than anything else. Let's
mm.
practice. Do you own all the clothes you're wearing, or do any of them belong to somebody else? Do you own all the clothes you're wearing, or do any of them belong to somebody else? I own all
I
the
own
clothes
all
I'm
the
wearing.
clothes I'm wearing belong
Where,
to me.
very good. Oh, no more
Huh?
belong to me. One more. I own all the
I
clothes
own
I'm wearing.
all the clothes I'm wearing.
Very good. What would you like to own more than anything else? What would you like to own more than anything else? I'd like to own
I'd like to own a house
more
more
than
than anything
anything
else.
else. Very good. Who owns the place where you live? Who owns the place where you live?
I don't know who owns the
The
place I live.
where I live.
where I live.
Very good. Next, repeat. Carry on.
Carry on.
Retire.
Retire.
Very good. Okay, listen. Carry on is a phrasal verb. It means to continue doing something. Carry on. For example, people in my country don't usually carry on working after they reach the age of 65. They stop working. Retire is a verb. It means to stop work at the end of your working life. For example, people in my country stop working when they reach the age of 60. Or people in my country retire when they reach the age of 60. Let's practice. Do people in your country usually carry on working after they reach the age of 65? Do people in your country usually carry on working after they reach the age of 65? Yes or no?
No.
People in
People
my
in my
country don't usually
country don't
carry on
don't
working
usually carry on working
after they reach the age
after
of
after
65.
they reach at the age of 65.
They retire.
They retire.
Very good. Next, repeat prize.
Right.
Very good. Listen, prize is a noun. For example, if you won a game, you could win a prize. For example, I've never won a prize for anything. Okay, let's practice. Have you ever won a prize for anything? Have you ever won a prize for anything? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've
I've
won a prize
I've won a prize for
for
something.
something. What? What did you win? I won a.
I won a best presentation.
Very good. Okay, next
Mhm.
repeat. Two.
Two.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word to with double O is an adverb. It means also
Mhm.
or in addition to. For example,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
want some chocolate and she wants some too. Let's
Mhm.
practice. Give me a sentence with the word to meaning also. Give me a sentence with the word to meaning also, please. He wants a
Um,
biscuit
he wants
and
biscuit.
I want one too.
I want one too.
Very good. One more. He wants a biscuit
He wants a biscuit.
and I want one too.
I want one too.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. At least.
At least.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words at least is used to emphasize that something is good in a bad situation. For example, it's a small house, but at least there's a garden. He didn't do very well in the exam, but at least he passed. Okay,
Mhm.
at least also means not less than. For example, I've
Mhm.
asked him at least 6 times, and each time he has forgotten. Let's
Mhm.
practice. Give me a sentence with the words at least in it. Give me a sentence with the words at least in it, please. I've asked him at
I
least
asked
six
him at
times,
least
and
six
each
times,
time he has
and each time
forgotten.
he has forgotten.
He didn't do very well
He didn't do
in the
very well
exam,
in the exam,
but at least he passed.
but at least he passed.
Very good. Next, repeat widely.
Widely.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word widely is an adverb. It means in a lot of different places or by a lot of people. For example, one of the most widely used English adjective is nice. English is the most widely spoken language in the world. Let's
Mhm.
practice. Which is one of the most widely used English adjectives? Which is one of the most widely used English adjectives? One of the most
One of the
widely
most
used English
widely
adjectives.
in used
English,
in
one more.
English adjective.
One of the most
One of the most
widely used English
widely
adjectives.
used
English
English
adjectives
adjectives
is nice.
is nice.
Very good. Is English the most widely spoken language in the world? Is English the most widely spoken language in the world? Yes.
Yes,
English is
English
the
is
most
the most widely
spoken language in the
used
world.
spoken language in the world.
Very good. Next, repeat. Manner.
Manner.
Pig.
Pig.
Very good. Okay, listen. Manner is a noun. It is a way in which someone behaves. Polite children have good manners, while impolite children have bad manners. For example,
Mhm.
good manners are so important because they make life easier and more pleasant. Another
Mhm.
meaning of manner is the way of doing something. For example, people in very hot countries don't wear in the same manner as people in very cold countries. They dress in
Mm-hmm.
a different manner. Pig is
Mm-hmm.
a noun. For example, we can see pigs on a farm. When we say that someone has the manners of a pig, we mean they have very bad manners. Okay, so let's practice. Why are good
Mm-hmm.
manners so important in life? Why are good manners so important in life? Good manners are
Good
so
manners are
important
so
in life
important for
because
in
they
life
make life
because
easier
they make
and more
they make
pleasant.
life easier and more present.
Wait, what do we mean when we say that somebody has the manners of a pig? What do we mean when we say that somebody has the manners of a pig? When we say that
When we
somebody
say
has the
that
manners
somebody
of a
has the
pig,
manner of
we
a pig,
mean that they have
we mean
very bad
that
manners.
they
Very
have
bad
a very bad
bad manners. Do people in very hot countries dress in the same manner as the people in very cold countries? Do people in very hot countries dress in the same manner as people in very cold countries? No.
No,
People in very hot
people
countries
in very hot
don't
countries
dress in the
don't
same
dress
manner as
in the same
people
manner
in
as
very cold
people in
countries.
very cold
They
countries.
dress in a different manner.
Dress in they
Ah,
dress in different manners.
very good. Okay, now
They
let's move on to reading.
Mhm,
Very good. So our reading is at stage 5, paragraph
mhm.
page 323. Okay, and the last
23.
headword
Okay.
was origin.
Origin.
Okay, 323, origin.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's start reading at the next headword, belong
Okay.
to.
Belong to. Okay. Why don't